Welcome to the Creative Corner podcast.
Yeah, it's the Creative Corner podcast
yes.
with Chris.
Welcome to the Creative Corner podcast with your hosts, Anthony J. Hunter, The Wolf, and
JC. Just Chris.
This guy.
Yeah, so
Amazing. I love it. Yes. You're doing great.
We got some special guests today. We have two musical guests today. Today we have my good friend Willy. Yes, Willy. We had some trouble getting it started.
Yeah.
We've got some lavalier mics today because
had some technical difficulties.
But we're making it work.
We're making it work.
This podcast thrives on technical difficulties.
Wait. Please also introduce. They have two guests, not just.
We do.
Not just William.
Our next guest will follow up. His name is also Chris.
Yes.
Also Chris.
So this is the Chris that everybody hates, right? Everybody hates.
No, his
Chris.
real name. What's Chris's name?
That is the Chris that everybody
He's
loves.
a great artist, by the way. He actually played. I met him at a Haley's. She's got a TV show. She's a CAU student. Previous guest on Creative Corner podcast. She has like a music show, and that's where I met Chris. Really? I was like, gotta get him on the podcast.
Still, I haven't checked out her show.
But we're here with
check it out.
We're here with Willy today. Willy,
What's up?
What's up, great granddad?
please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
What's up? My name's Maroon, aka Willy Nordoff, aka that guy who makes music.
Oh yeah.
One of the guys who makes music at the AUC.
Tall one.
Yeah, I'm tall. I'm a freshman over at Morehouse College. My classification, I am a major in theater. I make music, more alternative. I sing, rap, do all that, arrange. I like to compose music. Writing is like my favorite thing to do in the world. It's really saved my life, and I think, arts in general save the world. So, and here we are today.
Can I hear you sing real quick?
You want to hear me sing?
Can we start off this day right?
What? Okay. Can I? Let me. I'll sing.
Don't strain yourself.
Yeah,
just do a little song.
I'll
Just
do
give
a-
us a little
just a little
something.
sample.
Just
A
a little
little
teaser.
teaser.
Alright, here we go. Fly, taking off. I never thought I'd go so high. I'm about to spread my wings. I'm soaring through the sky. And I don't ever feel like coming down. Around here I'm safe and sound. Feel it all right now. So can we also? Alright, yeah,
I appreciate
that's
that.
a little bit. Off the, yeah. Yeah.
Let me feature on that one.
It's already out. That's already out.
No, but the remix.
The remix. You want to hear you want to be on the remix?
Remix.
We'll talk about it.
So, why don't you tell me some of the songs that you've gone out, because you've already have a history as a music artist.
Yeah,
tell me something that you got current right now.
Currently, I just really July. Just released a EP entitled "The Pristine Nectarine." It's pretty much about trying to survive in Atlanta. It's all about just how to be your own person and how to be unique and how to just run without being how do I put it, without attaching yourself to whatever is going on out in the world. Just be yourself, just uniqueness. And that's pretty much the whole vibe of it. Released 3 songs on it. One entitled Blossom, Greyhound, and Soar. That's the song I just got done singing. I worked throughout the summer getting those together, and then got to release it at the end, so it all really came together very nicely. I think I surrounded myself with a good amount of people who, inspired me to not only, do better, but also get out of my element a little bit with making the EP.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When did this EP release?
July 31st. That's the release date of it. So It's been out for a while, but
People have been simmering on it.
yeah, I just been seeing what it can do by itself. Because I remember there wasn't a day where, well, prior to the release, like prepping up towards it, there wasn't a day where I wasn't listening to it. Because it's pretty short, but it's kind of like all of my releases are kind of like my kids. So it's kind of like I want it to be just right before I give it out to the world, So
Perfectionism.
yeah,
That's
I'm
a
a very
curse, man. That's a
yeah,
curse.
it is. It's a
Double-edged
blessing.
sword.
Yeah, it is yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good though, because you don't want to be throwing just something out. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
We got a lot of that in Atlanta. I feel too. Like there's a lot of, or they're just like in music generally now, especially hip hop. I feel like there's a lot of artists that just are spewing things together that don't really mean anything.
How would you identify your music?
What
genre?
yeah, I mean, you could. I dibble dabble in every genre. I wouldn't want to say just rap or R&B or anything like that. But I think I'm still trying to find it.
You're finding your voice.
So,
still.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not like a big staple out there yet, so I'm still trying to find my voice, as you
I can
put
dig
it.
it.
Yeah.
So when did your journey as a musician actually begin?
Seriously, I started really getting into the arts when I was like in elementary school. I remember I used to do all the talent shows and all that. Michael Jackson was like big. He was,
Of course.
yeah, Michael Jackson. Yeah, you get it. Like
course. The
every
king.
every kid, and every
Of
kid.
course.
Yeah, you get it. Yes. And
Jackson.
I'm pretty much every kid. When they move around and do like a little pop lock or whatever, they think, oh, Michael. They try to do a little footwork, moonwalk. Yeah, you get it. Yeah. So that was like my parents saw pretty early on, like this is like his thing, like performing is like what he likes to do. So then I throughout elementary school, they saw that, and then I went to the School of the Arts for middle school, and then I went to another School of the Arts for high school, and then throughout those years, I've just been trying to perfect the craft a little bit, because once I hit like 6th grade, I started writing. That's when I knew like, hey, this may be, what I want to do for the rest of my life, and I just kept going and going, and when you start off, it's not really the best, so it's definitely one of those things I say, as I kept working on it and kept going and critiquing, I kind of got better at it. So yeah, that's why I'm here, and I'm here right now, still doing exactly that, and just trying to get better and better every day.
Man,
So.
I can dig that, bro.
Yeah,
Because
man.
I'm a jack of all trades.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've done music. I've done theater. I've done writing my own songs.
Mhm.
I've done dance. I've done everything. So
Yeah, man.
it makes me proud to see somebody, they picked the one thing and then they stuck with that one
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And now I'm the guy sitting in the podcast interviewing the people that are doing the things that I
Yes.
used to do.
Yeah,
Like,
man. Hey.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
bro.
appreciate it.
Go
Appreciate
ahead,
you.
bro.
Bless you. Bless
So
up,
wait.
man.
I want to hear a little bit about your writing process, because obviously it develops over time.
Yeah.
So how do you write your, like, does it start off like this?
Yeah, a little bit,
or is it
like,
is
it's-
it just like, let me mom spaghetti, like you just think of words?
Yeah,
like,
it's
Flour.
Yeah,
Flour.
yeah,
Sour.
kind of something like.
come out and you're a coward. What? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
it's definitely one of those things that with my writing process, it's all about just not trying to force anything, like I definitely just gain inspiration from living life, and I've kind of learned that this past summer, like just waking up, because I used to have a job during the summer I used to have a job, and I used to drive there all the time, so it was just like wake up, drive, come back home, and just sit and then write or something, or if I had inspiration that day, just write. So it was a big thing on me just trying to adapt. I'm a big guy on adapting and trying to, make or find inspiration wherever I am.
Right.
So it really starts off with inspiration. Then, whether I come up with a melody or come up with words, that it usually starts off with melody, and then, words second, and then, you feel the beat, you know, a little bit, and, you know, try to connect the two and bring the two together. And, you know, then once you do all that, start to arrange. Now, I don't think a lot of people give people who arrange a lot of credit, because I feel like arranging is one of the hardest things you do in music, I think. You know,
It's the hardest things in video too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, like everything. I feel
know.
like the people who arrange things we really should pat them on the back a little bit more.
Go ahead, pat your back.
I try.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
pat
pat your
your
back. Pat your back. We deserve this. We
Yeah.
deserve this. Yeah.
This is a shared experience.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, all in all, like the writing process, it's usually a feeling when I feel like I'm done with it all. Like, it's never like, okay, I'm done. Like, I know. Like, it's never like something, you just genuinely feel it. And once you feel it, that's when you kind of know. So that's how I am.
You really gotta jump on that feeling.
Yeah.
Then you're like,
yeah.
wait, what if you think about it too much? You're like, what if maybe?
Yeah. Mhm,
Like, no,
yeah, a
you
lot
gotta
of-
jump on it and just commit.
Mhm. Yeah, there's those. I get a lot of those moments.
Dive in,
Mhm.
swim later.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Dive in, swim later.
Swim later. Yes. Basically.
Man, well, that's so exciting. I remember the first time when I met him. It was my first time on campus, I believe.
Really?
It was like my first day in Atlanta after driving all the way across from San Diego, and then I'm just chilling, just looking at the campus, looking around for the very first time, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go home, and then I just noticed he's chilling on the bench. I was like,
You had your skateboard.
looks-
Did you have a longboard or your skateboard with you?
yeah, I did. I was like, I've never been on the campus. I wonder, testing out, see if it's rideable, to have fun on, to skate around campus. And then I was like, nah, there's a bunch of brick everywhere. It won't be as fun. But I see him on the bench. I'm like, he seems, he's a person.
A person, yeah.
He's not,
He is an individual.
he's not he's definitely someone.
He's a
Yeah, I wasn't intimidating. I didn't strike.
No,
you.
if it was a video game, in the simulation, this man, he's
I'll be
a
the checkpoint.
program. He's not those non-playable characters. He's not he's someone.
Yeah.
He's someone.
Yeah.
And I approached him. I was like, yeah, what's up, man? And then I checked him out on Instagram. Yo, he's got a lot of people, because I finally clicked on his music. I'm like, he's talented. He's got bars.
He's got something to say.
He's got something to say.
And you're a freshman.
Yeah.
By the way, I was just
First
thinking about
freshman.
it while you were talking, and you mentioned the summer before coming here to the AUC. You're the first freshman interviewee that we've had on the show.
Wow.
So
Crazy.
we're going from you, a freshman, and we're gonna then interview a
A
senior.
senior,
right after
yeah,
you.
yeah.
So you're talking about meeting him, and this being the first time you're on campus. What was it like before you came here? That summer of self-discovery, releasing an EP, figuring out how to be yourself and comfortable with yourself, being here now, tall man on campus, big maroon.
Yeah.
How has that been for you? How was the experience?
It's definitely a challenging adjustment, but it's also one of those things. I'm kind of a realist, so I kind of I see things how it is, and I also try to look at the brighter things. I just try to look at the good things on how it all can go, because it definitely was a big adjustment, because I went from literally waking up to go to work every day to waking up to go to classes and see these people and having to do more things on my own. So it wasn't too hard, I would say. I think the biggest or the most challenging part was getting used to people knowing who I am, because I walk around and people ask me to hey, can you rap for us a little bit? And I'll just be like, sure. And
That's your circus clown.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, but it's that's just the biggest adjustment. I know it's gonna happen way more once I'm older and more.
Have you always been in Atlanta?
Yeah, pretty
You're
much.
from Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm from here. Yeah.
My fellow ATA.
Yeah,
in
ACA.
the house.
Yes. Yeah.
Two up, 8 down.
That's
Come on
funny
now.
because when I saw a video of you rapping over a violin. He was throwing bars
Oh,
down while
yeah.
someone was playing a violin. Did someone ask you to do that, or is that like something
Okay,
that
so
you did on your own?
the crazy thing about that day, like I was just hanging with friends, and we were at the Morehouse bookstore, and somebody was just playing the violin. They were playing a bunch of like hip hop songs on the violin, and we saw it from a distance. And then I just had like the idea, like, what if I asked her to like drop a beat on the violin? Could she do it? And me and my friends, they were like, I feel like you should try it. I was like, let's try. Let's go up.
Go ahead.
And we went, and she's playing a beat. We're just watching. We're mesmerized, and then I have to be the person to really be like, hey, and I'm like, hey, can you like play like a little loop, like a little beat loop, because I can rap over it if you do. And then like she was like, oh, everybody, he want to rap over my violin, and then everybody like crowded around us, and I was just like,
it's a show now.
yeah,
it's a show now.
And yeah, and then that's how it all came about. Like, I did like 5 little raps for him, and yeah, it was challenging just because like every single time I kept going, more people just came, and it was just like, oh, do it again, let's see it, like you did it.
My
Oh,
God.
we want to see it, and it was but all in all, it was a very nice experience. It was definitely the first time I ever did anything like that. So just being around black people and just feeling the love like that is very nice,
That's crazy that you've never met him before, because he's from Morehouse. You're from Morehouse.
Yeah.
Speaking of being spontaneous and on the spot,
On the spot.
you know what I've asked you before we started recording.
Yes.
Technically, it's on the camera. We were recording. I think so.
Do you have some bars, a freestyle? Can you spit something for us right now?
Right now?
Like,
You want to hear something
go
right
in.
now? Right now? Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, you want to hear it right now?
Ahora.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we can do right now.
See if Willy's got what it
Let's
takes.
see
This
what I got
became, this
what it
became
takes.
American Idol now. This is not.
Some. We're gonna have people commenting like, "Oh, who's better?"
That was
Willy
It's a competition now with our,
Willy
with our
or Chris.
next.
Yeah, the freshman or the senior. Who's
Okay.
got it?
All right. I think I got something.
I think right off the bat, young people are.
We
They got more
we
talent
got-
than,
yeah.
than older people, but older people do have also skill, with all the
the
time that they got.
the seasonings, the sauce.
Okay, here we go. Niggas in a mask like Kanye, but I feel like Andre when he said the South got something to say. A lot of poses in the city, so really it's fuck the fake. Everybody stick talking, I'm ready to run the fade. I'm ready to show the state. We keeping it peachy king. I'm swerving through all the lanes. I give a fuck if they hear me though. Same sound going around like it's a merry-go. In the end, I'm on key like it was karaoke. Knock knock, who's there? Past life. Ran away from home cause I never got my act right. Made a couple songs, now I'm looking like a flashlight. Shining while they tongue tied, all they did was gaslight. All up on a nigga, but I know this shit is typical. When you self-made, everybody getting critical. When I'm in my docs, I feel like the fucking general. And since they acting like they need a leader, I'm a beater individual.
Hey,
Somebody give him
oh
some
my
snaps.
gosh.
I'm giving you
bruh.
snaps. Let me
You
put some
see
sauce
that?
on it.
Willy,
Let me put some sauce on it.
podcast.
Dap me up
Willy.
for that, my guy.
Appreciate
Dap me up for that, my
Appreciate
guy.
Thank
Willy.
you.
I'm so glad.
For the
See,
long
now,
time.
now,
I'm about to take this off.
He has to really
he has
go.
to- He has to go in.
Yeah.
He don't even know.
Appreciate it.
He don't even know.
You don't even know.
He didn't know what he signed up for.
Hey man, appreciate it.
Right.
Thank you.
That's actually beautiful.
Thank you.
But so, okay, so you talked a lot about, or rather, you've mentioned the idea of being authentic, being comfortable with yourself, and so, what is the message that you actually like put out there when you're like in your music? Like, what is the actual message? Because you could say, oh, I'm all about authenticity and whatever, but then you rap about like money.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, what is the message that you're normally purveying in your song?
Well, I've kind of like, as you can see, like, if you look at me, would you assume that I'm from Atlanta, like off rip of what I look like?
I can't ever assume.
Or you can't like, okay, well,
Even like, cause I'm from here, and it's like I see these cats, and it's like I can't tell you're from here until I hear you.
you have to speak, yeah.
And it's like, hey, bro, like how you feel? Like,
Yeah.
look, how you feel?
Yeah,
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 nah,
yeah. I
bro.
feel, but like I've had a lot of people just like tell me like, oh, you don't give Atlanta. I don't really get that, or like they don't get what I'm about, and it's just, I feel like that's the point. That's kind of the point, because I don't want to just be another, Young Thug or just another Playboy Cardi, another person from Atlanta that isn't, like, not saying that Playboy Cardi or Thug haven't done what they have done.
We got too many people.
Yeah, we have too many
That's
people
the
trying to
problem.
be
It's
like
oversaturated
them.
here.
You get it, like,
It's
understandable.
oversaturated.
Like, I feel like Thug and Cardi and, Andre, they've all done what they needed to do in Atlanta. We don't need more of, what they've already done.
Yes.
So I feel like my whole thing is just staying true to yourself and just showing that, there's more, we got more than that. We got more than what meets the eye, But it's just, people got to wake up, People got to stop being asleep, like just stop staying so one-track minded to whatever you see on the internet or whatever you see just coming at you firsthand. Because, once you really get a deep dive into what Atlanta really has, like, we're so much, like, we got so much, and it's just, I really love it here, I feel like that's another reason why, because I haven't traveled ever, so.
Been in Atlanta.
Yeah,
your whole life?
it is unfortunate. Yeah, it is
Wow.
unfortunate. I really want to travel and like see what the world brings, but it's just here. It's just it's all I know.
I'll take you. We're gonna go on a tour.
Someday,
shoot.
yeah, I would
Bro.
love to tour, bro.
No, but you're on our podcast. Like everything that we stand for in this podcast is helping promote these artists. It's to give tips to artists. It's about expressing themselves. It's about finding every opportunity and taking every opportunity. So if we can get you on a tour, my guy,
I love that.
we're getting you on a
Oh
tour.
yeah,
No doubt.
love that.
I got my peoples in Sarasota too, so I can
Appreciate
definitely get you a tour in Florida. So we gon' stay in touch.
Stay in touch.
Okay, well, okay.
We gotta figure. This is what we're here for.
Yeah,
I'm just
man.
saying.
Before we do wrap it up, what about some films, though? Do you
Films?
feel like film inspires you to kind of write maybe certain types of songs, or
Yeah.
is there any inspiration from film that you take into your music?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think
Even your music videos, because I know you.
Yeah,
got
I
a
mean
few.
cinematography.
sunflower.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
sunflower.
Cinematography is definitely like a big factor in like what inspires me. Because I like one movie. I'll give for example, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Like that's a banger in my opinion. Like that's like come on, like you get it,
Dude, I still haven't seen that.
Bro, dude,
Still haven't
it's
seen it.
amazing.
Can we
Like
shun him?
it's like, hey man, hey yeah, it's like.
There's films out there that are people are like film majors, and there's at least that one film that people will be like, you haven't seen that yet, so
No. Every episode, he has not seen one of the great films, like classics.
Wow.
Every episode with a guest, they mention
Wow.
something that he has not seen.
You gotta do better, man.
Isn't that yet? That's
Yeah,
dude.
I mean,
but
I thought he was.
hey, we're here for Willy.
Yes,
Willy,
let's get back to
you know,
you.
Yeah,
Fantastic
yeah.
Mr. Fox.
Yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox, great film. That just film, like everything about it. Just I feel like the outfits, the stop motion,
The stop
the
motion.
the wittiness of it, the songs in it, like everything about that movie just gives me inspiration. Like every single time I see it, I find something new that I was like, oh, I didn't notice that every single time. And I'm not really one to watch things over again. Like I'm not one to do that. That's just personally me. But that movie in particular is a really big one for me.
That actually does kind of fit your aesthetic. Like,
Yeah, really?
Is that what's that? Paul Thomas Anderson?
Wes Anderson.
Wes
Anderson.
Anderson,
Yeah. Wes Anderson is the one that made that.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I can, cause I before we came on here, I had to take a look at your something.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
least, and I was like, this guy is a sunflower in his music video.
Yes.
Very interesting.
This is a
But
great
so then I
concept.
meet
Thank
you.
you,
Then
thank you.
I meet you in person. And you're sitting here and you got the cardigan on, and then you got the sunflower babe on your t-shirt.
Yeah,
And then I'm
yeah.
just like, wait, okay, this color palette. And now you're saying Mr. Fox. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, I'm
Yo,
like,
Willy,
This
that
is
he-
you.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense.
It makes sense. Yes.
It makes sense. And I actually I appreciate this.
Yeah.
Come with this style. We
Yeah,
need to
man.
keep this. I like it. I like
Keep
it.
it peachy
I like
keen,
it. I
man.
like it.
Yes, man. I love it.
Anyway.
Thank you so much for coming.
No problem.
This has been a great segment,
Thank you.
definitely for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a small music break. I would like to give, since we got music artists today, why don't you give us the song choice for today for our music break?
Song choice of the day?
Yes.
Yes.
I would say, plug yourself.
Plug myself. Okay. Can I get my social real quick?
Yeah,
Can I
plug
give
that.
all
too.
that?
Plug
All right.
everything.
Yeah.
Plug it.
Yeah,
every-
man. Yeah. What's up, y'all? You can follow me everywhere.
Wait, say it to the camera.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. I was looking in the. What the fuck? Yeah. What's up? Hey. Yeah. Yeah. You could follow me Instagram at Willy Nordoff. Follow me on TikTok. Maroon Adores Peaches. Everywhere. Cold Heart Maroon. Look me up on Spotify, Apple Music, all there. And yeah. I guess we can play. Let's play Greyhound by Cold Heart Maroon. That's a
Ooh, yeah,
that's a
good one.
great
That's a
song.
good start.
I think
That was my first one.
that was
too.
the first one. Yeah.
Greyhound.
Yes, Greyhound by Cold Heart Maroon.
Greyhound by Cold Heart Maroon.
It's so ironic because you seem like such a warm person.
You ain't been a good respondent. You don't talk about your issues. I'm afraid of being honest, but I want to continue. Got your crystals like your Sonic, so you can cleanse out all your problems. Your energy, I feel the solace whenever I be at the bottom. All that pain that I mention it all of a sudden when missing. I'm used to burning in bridges. Way too late for forgiveness. You stay critiquing my writtens. Probably sound like a lunatic. And when you leaving, I hope you don't leak all my newest shit. Tell me what's your status so that we can levitate. Feeling cinematic like my records, let it play. Sorry if I'm passing, maybe you can help me change all these voices in my head. If I stop listening, then shit would be okay. That awkward indecision got you like disarray. Eyeliner on your vision, but when you beat your face, they call us synonyms. Probably cause we the same. Fuck what they say. I'm finna stay down, way down all the way. Don't need a rebound, you the babe. And if you break down on the way, I'll take a Greyhound to your place. Got me riding runaway while I'm rolling through the A. I'll take a Greyhound to your place. All this fare I gotta pay, but for you I'll make the change. Then take a Greyhound to your place.
Big mad about the way that I do it, and it's so sad how I've been lacking influence on a toe tag. It says that I'm the truest, and you fuck with me and I lose it. Tryna be peaceful cause I'm Buddhist, but she fuck with me cause I do this. But I'm always messing things up. Yeah, she don't wanna talk and I don't wanna talk and now a nigga feel stuck. Damn, but that's okay. She gon' move away and I'ma say that shit for another day. I've been tryna get to the money, babe. I've been tryna get to the money. I'm a real East Coast Jamaica Queens nigga for the rest of my life. I might die with it on me, ride with the homies. You might make me switch sides, cause I'm tired of hanging out with people who ain't doing shit but wasting their lives. Yeah, the truth hurts and the pain heals, but at the end I wasted my time. I was sad cause you weren't mine, shooting shots tryna land mine. I might blow up in the meantime, but can I get a 3-5 in your time? I ain't throwing shots, but I don't pop pills, but I do this for the one time. I was tryna hop in the driver's seat, but I might need a ride.
Fuck what they say. I'm finna stay down, way down all the way. Don't need a rebound, you the babe. And if you break down on the way, I'll take a Greyhound to your place. Got me riding runaway while I'm rolling through the A. I'll take a Greyhound to your place. All this fare I gotta pay, but for you I'll make the change. And take a Greyhound to your place.
All right, we're back.
We are back.
At the Creative Corner podcast. Today, after interviewing Willy we have our other special guest, Chris.
Chris with a dot to be exact. Splashing in action.
Thank you for being on our podcast.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, how are you? Cause like, I've heard some news.
I'm good. Yesterday I went to the dentist, got my tooth taken out. It was giving me pain and like they numbed like half of my face, so I couldn't smile and shit. I was smiling like a.
They put like a needle in you, like, and then just like.
Yeah, they put that needle all in the gums, and then like, yeah, they went crazy. But I feel better now. Just can't engage in some stuff that I'd like to engage in for like 2 days.
Yeah. What about music? Would you say you'd be able to? Did you feel inspired to write some music while you were high off dentist drugs?
Nah, not really. I was trying to sleep it off, honestly. Shout out to the dentist though. They're here for the people.
That's good.
For sure.
That's true.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
This is the first time
who
I'm
you
meeting
are.
Who I am. Well, my name is Chris. I go by Chris with a dot that's spelled all the way out, no spaces. I'm a Zimbabwean. I was born in Africa.
We love to see it.
Yeah, came here, been all around America just living, and now we're in Atlanta trying to get lit on some music stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Veggie Tapes that's out right now. Y'all can go check that out.
Okay.
Veggie Tapes Volume 1 by the Greatest Common Factors.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Volume
who I
1.
am, I'm a cool dude, man. I'm just chilling. I'm here for the ride. I'm vibing. Yeah. You know, I know like in life, it's like roller coasters. So I just try to stay grounded even when like shit gets rocky. That's just who I
That's
am.
how it is.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you move to the States?
I was 5 years old,
You're
2001, like right after 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
So now you attend Clark.
Yes, I attend Clark. I'm a senior. This is my first year in Atlanta though. Before I was going to school in Dallas, Texas.
So you transfer.
I'm a transfer, yes sir.
I can dig it, man.
So when you transferred as senior.
Yes, yes.
Ah, okay. What's your
From-
major?
Major is business and marketing to be exact.
Business
Ooh, that's a
marketing.
good-
See,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to chop it up.
Let's chop it up, dude. When you said you were into that,
Yeah.
light bulb went off on the top of my head.
Hey, dog, you know I'm about to go to Tanzania for the winter break. And I spent a lot of time in Africa, which is why I'm very interested in hearing that you're from Zimbabwe, because I went there when I was like 8 years old.
Tanzania is like central.
It's Eastern Africa.
What do you
It's
do-
right above Mozambique.
What are you doing out there, pal?
Oh, I'm working on a TV show.
Oh,
We're not here for me. I'm just saying,
Be off
like,
cameras.
when you and
Yeah.
I need to go back to the motherland together, because I would
Okay.
love, like, I've touched Zimbabwe. I've been there. We didn't spend a lot of time there when I
Interesting.
was younger, but I'd love to go back there with you. Just
Yeah,
to see
dude.
just to see where you coming from, just
Yeah.
to see how y'all living over there.
Right.
And then we can vlog about it.
Yeah, we can go
do some
from
marketing
there.
stuff off of it.
Yeah, oh
and we're
God.
gonna come back to the States
Yeah.
and be like, hey, what's going on?
I'm hyped, dude. Yeah, I love that.
Man, we gotta make this happen.
Bro, please,
we gotta make this happen.
please, yes.
But so what's the transition? Because I've spent a lot of time, like I've lived in Africa before myself, in South Africa and Mozambique. But what's the transition like for you from coming from the motherland over here and then moving around a little bit? What's that been like for you?
That's a good question. I think I appreciate that experience. It's like made me who I am. I'm someone now who like I feel like I'm part of the world. Like I'm not held by any like boxes, ideas, or like any identities. Like, but anyways, how it helped me, it's or what it was like. It was interesting. It's like you have to be your own friend, always moving around, like you're, or you kind of gotta be ready for change. But I think I'm built for change now, and like in life, you see, like with the pandemic and stuff, us humans, we kind of gotta be built for change, because shit's like stuff's moving. So yeah. That's the one thing I can take from like moving around and stuff, just being adaptable, adapting to change.
Do you feel like that's what maybe inspired your new mixtape? What are the things that inspired you to make this mixtape?
So you guys
Veggie
have heard of Veggie Tales?
Mhm.
Yes.
So-
I grew up
That's
on
my
that.
childhood,
Yeah. So for the people that don't know, Veggie Tales is a Christian TV cartoon that in the show, it would have these vegetables that talked and stuff, and like something would always go wrong with one of the vegetables. He might deal with like lust or envy or something.
Wait,
and then-
lust? Oh, I don't know if it was that
Yeah.
extreme. You know?
we were kids when we were watching
I
it,
think-
so maybe we didn't pick
Maybe
up
like
on it.
jealousy.
Yeah, I think at
Jealousy
that
and
point
envy and stuff like that.
I was projecting my own.
This man was going through some stuff.
It's a kids' TV show. Just
Yeah, but anyway, it's a
not
kids
adult
TV
like
show.
that.
So the whole point of Veggie Tales is like it's about the mistakes that humans make, and us as friends and family looking at each other and like helping each other through these times of tribulation. So Veggie Tapes is exactly that. You're gonna hear stories of like, it's me. All right, so the Greatest Common Factors, that's a group that I started. It's a math term. You know, the greatest
Yeah.
common factor of 4 is 2. 2 is the greatest common factor of 4, meaning like for every human, if you're a GCF, if you're a greatest common factor, you're gonna try to be the best version of yourself you can be. So it's 4 of my homies. We're on this project. We're talking about life, death, love, happiness, and so I related it to Veggie Tales because there's like, the whole project is centered on like uplifting, but we still talk about hard times, and it reminded me of the show I used to watch when I was young.
I like the connection. I like
Yes, sir.
That is so beautiful.
Thank you guys. I
It
appreciate it.
is. It is.
That
I
was so
mean,
smooth.
this thing just came out, right? How soon did it just come out?
Thank you for asking that. I was talking to my friend about it out there. We've been working on it for a year,
Okay.
and some of the songs we'd record at home, and then we'd go to the professional studio. Shout out Trillico Studios. Y'all go check Trillico Studios out. And so yeah, it's been a year of like nights where all the homies are in the studio and we're kind of like talking about our lives and stuff, and it was a very good experience, man. I can't wait for y'all to hear it. That's for sure.
Wait, so what's your what's your creative process like? Because I'm sure like some of the Afro beats probably get caught up in there, and you use like the pentatonic scales
Yeah.
or something. Like, I listened to a little bit of something that you were doing before. I was like, oh, I heard a little bit of a flow like this over in Mozambique once, and I was
Really?
exploring music.
Whoa.
And so I wonder like what your process is like when you're creating music, and what actually I mean, outside of Veggie Tales and the message,
Right.
What informs your flow, your rhythm, your cadence?
It's funny, like this last 2 weeks I've been doing like research on my ancestors, on like Zimbabwe, and the last 15 songs I've been making, at least I have these bridges where I'm doing like these like ancestral chants and stuff. And
wanna hear that.
I know it's
I wanna hear that.
My cousin Peanut, he's going crazy right now over that new sound. And so pretty much like what I've been doing prior to this new, like prior to being conscious of making an African sound, I would like kind of call out to my ancestors. My sister once told me something about like the artists in Zimbabwe, they kind of like channel their ancestors in order to make that sound that's like deep rooted. So that's my creative process. I punch in, so I don't write down. I'm like doing bar after bar, punching in, and I just try to be as pure as possible, and to say things that are like absolutely me and absolutely real to my truth, no matter how embarrassing it might be to say it.
Okay. How long has it gotten? Have you gotten to this point? You know, does that mean that you have some previous work before Veggie Tapes?
Yeah, I in May of this year I dropped the EP called, it's my first streaming EP. It's called Bumma Clot War.
Okay. Oh, that's the title.
Yeah,
okay.
Bumma Clot
I
War
gotta
is out
check it
now
out.
on all streaming platforms. Bumma Clot War is like pretty much ego death. So during the making of it, we were in the studio on like mushrooms, and if you listen to the project, it's it's insane. Like there's nothing like it, and I can put my foot down on that.
Bumma Clot.
Okay.
Bumma Clot War, y'all go check that out.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, you know where the line's from? Y'all know Belly?
I do not.
I do, yeah, I know Belly.
Fun, and it's crazy. Belly
don't
was
listen to
directed by Hype Williams. It's the only movie made by someone who makes music videos, and Nas is in it. So there's a Jamaican guy in it. He kills like all the cops, and at the end he's like, "It's a Bumba Clot War."
Wow.
hell
yeah.
I'll have to check this out.
Yeah.
Because
Y'all go watch Belly, it's
I'm
classic.
missing out.
Man,
Yeah.
there's so many. Okay, there's The Killing, right? Justin recommended that. The Killing.
Now you have to watch.
I gotta watch
Fantastic
Mr. Fox, and this one, Belly.
Now Belly.
You know what I've been on?
I have to rewatch Belly.
What you been on?
Dude, and I'm so mad that nobody ever like told me that this man was a legend. I've been watching all of Spike Lee's movies, dude.
You just found out about Spike Lee?
I knew about, everyone knows like Do the Right Thing and like I heard about the Five Bloods like 2 years ago, but man, like Crooklyn and like
Oh yeah.
Crooklyn's next on my list of all the Spike Lee movies.
I just
gotta
watched
watch.
Clockers. There's something called Red Hook Summer. Yeah, you name it. I think I've ran through like 10 Spike Lee movies. Legend, dude.
You really gotta like sit down and be like prepare to watch a Spike Lee movie.
Correct. At the end of each movie, there's like a crazy twist that'll blow your brain. Like, yeah, you have to invest in Spike Lee. That's for sure.
You definitely do.
Shout out to Spike Lee. He came to the
seen-
AUC like 2 weeks ago, maybe. He'd be like low key about like coming like to campus.
Didn't know he went to Morehouse. Very interesting.
Dude, he went to Clark too, but he like he took classes here at Clark.
No, so he
but
was.
he-
He was going to Morehouse, and then because Morehouse was not really suitable for the filmmaker's experience, so he was taking classes over at Clark, and so this is part of why he's so low key, because he studied at Clark. Like he went to Morehouse, but he studied at Clark. So there's a reason. There's a reason for him to be very low key about it. It's like,
if you would have seen him,
I walked for Morehouse, but like
it made sense though, because that day he like came to talk to everyone about like you know his films, and like he pretty much just took questions from students like that day.
Oh,
but like after talking, like, I see why you went to Morehouse. I see why. He's definitely a cool guy.
Yeah.
I hope he comes by next semester, hopefully.
I should have seen him my freshman year. He came here and got his painting to be put in the Martin Luther King Chapel. So he came out and he spoke a little bit. We watched Do the Right Thing at the I think it's like the film festival for human rights over at Morehouse College. So he came out and got his awards and his painting for the chapel, and it was a pretty chill event, just sitting in the same theater with him for
shout out Spike
however
Lee.
long. But
shout out to Spike Lee.
Let's get back to you, my guy. Like, I know we're talking about where we're getting our education. Like, what's it been like for you being in the AUC?
Yeah, it's your first year, right?
It's first year. Yo, it's an experience. Like, I always tell my cousin, I love Atlanta. It's like first it's being around, like, the HBCU experience is one of a kind. It's more than like, oh, I'm seeing black people everywhere. It's like we all kind of share the same, like, I don't know, like everyone, I don't even know how to explain it. I just love my people, and being here is like, it brings me back to like a different version of myself. One where it's like I feel like everyone else is trying to be themselves, I'm being myself, and we're all here to like be together and learn. So Dallas is cool. It's Dallas is.
He just said Dallas is cool.
Dallas is cool.
You gotta think about it.
Dallas is like, my family stays in Dallas, and I grew up there. I went to school there. Like, great place to grow up and go to school, and like, you have your friends, but like as far as creativity and like expanding, I'm in the right place.
You should have gone to Houston. They should have brought you to Houston, and then you should have came.
Why do you say that?
Because a lot of cats that I know that are in music, they're in Houston, and they talk about they're like no man, Houston is the scene. Have you been to Houston?
Passed through it. I'm seeing like the baby, some of his new artists, they're moving to Houston. It's like a bunch of artists are moving to Houston.
Yeah, Houston.
I didn't know about that.
Houston is one of those creative but more musical centers. So you should definitely check that out next time you go back to Texas.
Okay. Just like ATL is, or
I haven't been to Houston. I'm just saying. Like,
got you.
Like, if you didn't get that out of Dallas, you probably should go check out Houston.
Got you.
That's just because I know a lot of cats in music over there. So
anybody from Dallas hearing this, y'all know what to do.
Move.
We love Triple D though.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
So as for your music, how would you identify it? How would you, you know, what's the genre you would personally put it? You know, like your label on your music.
Okay. I guess the only thing someone could really say about me that like ties me into anything is like rhyming and rapping. So that's kind of, hip hop is kind of the genre, but like I have 20 rock songs on my Logic, Veggie tapes. I'm singing on Veggie tapes.
Do you want to hear him sing, or do you want to hear him rap? Because we gotta get.
Ooh. We gotta get you either singing or rapping.
Because Willy threw down some hard bars.
Okay.
The year before, but he also sang at the opening. But so because of time, how much time do we got left?
13 minutes.
13 minutes. We got time for both.
I can do both. Yeah.
We could. No, let's do one. Let's do one.
Yeah, I want y'all to
You
pick.
give him the choice.
Let's do
Because the other one we did, that was like, that was off camera. I mean,
Okay.
it was off the podcast.
Gotcha.
So,
You said you want me to choose?
you choose.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean,
Bless-
keep in mind,
bless our
he
ears.
did some bars
Okay.
on
He
camera.
did some.
Nice.
Bars.
I have some raps for y'all, some life raps.
Yes.
Yeah. I got you.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Let's see what Chris got.
Okay. Trying to put mama in the fortress for sure. I will not forfeit, no sir. My undergarments soaked, of course. I'm working real hard for exposure. Take a look closer. Open your eyes, you gonna see I'm the soul of a soldier. You smell the odor. I'm never sober. I'm just relaxing my shoulders. Wilding out just like an Aries. Carry me home, been sipping and steering. I look like I do not care. I'm pretty apparent. You gotta hear me. I be like, hey Siri, who the most lit nigga living? I need a bag of them biscuits. He looking scary and sissy. It's all about being consistent. Persistent shorty, I pop her like Percocet. Life is a trip, live it till the very end. Do you have confidence? LSD drops, that's my elixir. Yeah. Don't kiss her, let her spend it all. You fucked her once, you want to end it all. I'm all in her mouth like laryngitis. I might just nut on her vocal cords. It's starting to get pretty. It's starting to get pretty dirty. I'm sorry.
Goodness.
Yeah, the rest of that was very sexual, very screwed up. So I'm stopping right now.
Well, you need to stop when you're ahead. On a high note.
Yeah.
That was good, though.
Thank
Great
you
bars.
guys.
I like that.
And as far as singing, as far as singing, y'all gonna hear that on Veggie tapes, man. I'm singing my little heart out.
I'm gonna check that out for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's say in terms of film now, would you say that film kind of inspired some of Veggie tapes or
Hell
television,
yeah.
'cause
feeling?
We got television with Veggie tapes.
Hell yeah.
so-
That's true.
I love film. I was watching some of your stuff, dude. Crazy.
Oh yeah, really?
Go
Yeah,
crazy.
Because I did just drop my short film, Death by Handgun,
Death by Handgun.
on YouTube.
There was a scene with a horse.
Oh yeah, the beginning of the scene,
Dude.
horses, and then the two biker dudes pass right after that shot.
Do you color grade?
I did color grade for that, but like only out of necessity.
Yeah.
I would much rather not be the person.
Yeah.
It's fun, but I just don't have that
Right.
much experience.
But to answer your question, yeah, film has a big role. Like something I put into music, like different mixes on different verses to kind of have different feelings. And you know what that reminds me of? When I was watching Crooklyn. So there's a scene where like Shorty goes to visit her aunt, and Spike does something with the camera only when Shorty's at her aunt's. Like everybody's a little bit stretched out, only when they're over there, to kind of give, I think it gives the viewer a feeling of like something's a little off whenever Shorty's over at her aunt's house. And like just that type of expression like is so cool to me. Like it can be done in music. If you're a speaker, you can incorporate little things like that, like changing your tonality when you're saying something different. Like just art is amazing, dude. I'm so in love with art, like for real.
it's about the little things, the small details.
Yes.
I'm a big person like that, the attention to detail.
Right. Sometimes you got to get a whole scene that's only going to be like 2 seconds or something, and it might take a whole day, and like people appreciate that, for real.
So like, what is because I think we just in our filmmakers episode we talked a bit about perspective, because you just brought up how Spike is basically using this distortion lens. or rather this narrow lens instead of a wide lens to kind of stretch these characters. That speaks to perspective. That speaks to the psychology of film. And so when you're making your music, like, I know you try to be as authentic as possible, but are you listening to it? Are you having other people, like, are you doing some testing with people to see, like, how does it make you feel? Like do you actually do some research into, like,
Yes.
how it makes, like, how what you're saying is making people feel, how that influences them, listening to it in different environments, like?
It's I'm not quite the person to like consciously be like, okay, I'm going to try to have someone like, or like to consciously ask someone like, hey, what do you think? But I find myself time and time again hearing from friends and like certain people about certain songs and then how it makes them feel. I want to be told it to where it really hits you. You had to tell me. Y'all know what idioms are?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like certain idioms and like little things like that, like those help the like listener understand the story more, like phrases that everybody uses, stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know if I answered your question.
You know what I mean? You gotta keep it simple. You want people
Yeah.
to understand the message, because at the end of the day, when you're sharing what you have to share, your experience, not everybody's gonna get that. So I get that.
Right.
Using phrases that kind of resonate with a lot of people can definitely get there. And then you add in, subtle like subtext that goes over their head the first time they listen, and they gotta go back to it.
Right.
And from what I just heard, like I heard a few of those things. It's like, all right, because if you don't listen closely to how you flow,
Yeah.
they definitely gonna miss that little subtle
The
punchline that you throw in.
right.
I think
It's one of those things I'm seeing, like the people that mess with my music a lot, it's like a relationship with these people. So they start to know the words based off of like how much they like care to want to do it. And I think that's what like I want to do better than everyone in the game, which is like show the humanity. So you got no choice to feel this. This is nothing but human. This is no like cap, no nothing crazy, you know? Yeah, facts.
So so we've talked about it. We've said that we want to help other artists who are listening. You're a senior at school. We just interviewed a freshman. So
He was a
freshman. He's just tall.
Yeah.
man.
Tall person.
Tall. So my thing is, you're a senior now. What are your tips for these young artists who are getting into it? Like, would you have a tip for how they develop their music? Would you have a tip for their mindset? What is your number one tip that you would tell to somebody who's coming up right now and trying to figure themselves out, find their voice?
One tip I would say is finding their voice. For example, would be like yesterday I listened to Adele's new album yesterday. Man, like
I gotta get to that.
hard.
Some of the even if you don't want to accept what she's saying, some of the shit just changes how you even feel just by hearing it. And it's like so anyways, I would say like don't really listen to your favorite rapper. Listen to like watch movies, listen to anything kind of but what you like and are influenced by. It'll kind of like change the way you just operate and do everything. Also just be yourself. And everybody says that, like, be yourself, but I think being yourself is like kind of seeing what other people got going on, diving into everything, and then realizing what you do and you don't like. That's like being yourself, like just trying new things. But yeah, all the artists, like, y'all keep doing you, and y'all keep like, don't be listening to no like rap all the time. You want to listen to a whole bunch of other stuff so that your brain can expand. That's all it's about, expansion.
I like that, because we talked about with Willy. We talked a little bit about how the music industry in Atlanta is oversaturated. So you got cats all the time like yeah, and like they just doing what somebody else is already doing. So
Yeah.
I love that you said that. It's you're telling people go against the grain.
Yeah.
Don't just like we like to have conversations, and we like people to feed us what we like to hear. And when we don't
Yeah.
hear what we like to hear, then we kind of close it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then it's like you're not learning it though.
Right.
You're not even exploring yourself. You're not even figuring out if you would like that other thing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I like that you said that. Go against the grain a little bit, everybody.
Yeah.
Go against the grain just a little bit.
And everything that you've accumulated, all the data that you've accumulated over the years that you say is your identity, like, challenge that. It might not actually be who you are, but yeah.
I like
Words
this
of
talk.
wisdom.
This guy, you literally, your vibes. I don't know. Do you listen to Boz?
No, but I listen to Bob Marley.
Oh, he does.
I listen to
Definitely
everything.
listen to
Boz.
Boz.
Is hard. He has
Boz is
his verse on J. Cole. What's J. Cole's?
I mean, he's
No,
got
he
he's
got
got a
a
whole
song.
bunch of songs with because
Yeah.
he's
He's signed to Dreamville.
Boz is with Dreamville.
Yeah.
But so like Night Job.
He used to have one that Housewives with Ab Soul. That used to be my jam.
But so like your vibes, like the way you look, like it just reminds me of Boz. And so
Ah.
when I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm like, dang, man.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm interviewing.
I
Boz
see
right
Did
now.
y'all see the Kanye Drink Champs interview?
I seen clips of it.
He was talking about how there's like I used to say the same thing years ago. There's like every human has like a prototype. So like me, Boz, like fucking what's his name, Ruben Studdard. Like we all fit into this like DNA that God, like this blueprint. Like there's just some funny thing I was thinking
Oh, yeah.
about. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Like I appreciate.
I appreciate you for coming here. This
Yeah.
is my first time meeting you. Like this has been
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
This has been dope, and we got to go to Africa together now.
My
Now that
boy.
we met, we already,
It's
we
a
already
wrap.
got a plan.
And
now.
we gonna be shooting.
And we're gonna be shooting.
Double whammy.
Come on.
Man, I'm so glad I had him on the podcast today. We got some footage too coming out from him.
Yeah.
His muse.
Yeah,
A good
I got
friend,
the. Yeah,
good
I got
producer,
the. Can I say her
Haley.
name? Yeah, Haley. Shout out Haley. We show much love. You guys show me love. I appreciate that, man. For real.
Yeah, that's all it is out here in the AUC.
You dig, Ski?
Yeah, so
All
thank you
right,
so much.
All
Any
right.
last few words? You unplug yourself one more time.
Yeah, my name is Chris with a dot. No spaces, spelled all the way out. You can catch me on Instagram, TikTok. I'm certified Zim boy. And Veggie Tapes is out now. Go listen to that. Go feed off of that energy, all right?
You heard the man. Chris himself said it. Definitely. That's it for us.
Close us out real
Thank
quick.
you so much for tuning in to the Creative Corner podcast.
Make sure that you follow us on Instagram at Creative Corner AUC. And we're going to be getting the Patreon. We're going to be getting the YouTube. We're going to get the Spotify. We're going to get there. But if you follow us on Instagram now, you're going to see, the info if you stay tuned. So please follow us on Creative Corner AUC.
That's right. We're going to be throwing maybe a little, extra clips that you don't see on this podcast. So keep an eye out
Yeah.
and follow. Now, if you are a creative visual or a creative audio artist,
Yes.
anything,
If you're an artist. If you're
anything,
an artist in general.
and you are
Just
in the AUC, please reach out to us through our Instagram.
Or
Please,
DM
please.
us. Or just DM us. Like if you already know us. Like
If you know
I'm
us.
Okami_AJ on Instagram. This is _Chris_. Okay, I got you right. Because I was just tagging him. in
That's
stuff.
all it is.
Yeah.
That's
_
all
Chris
it is.
_ and OKAMI_AJ. Find us, follow us. We got our own things going on outside of this podcast, so make sure that you follow us because we're going to be bringing those things into this. Like, if you're going to be doing stuff with me, we're going to do it on our personals.
Yeah,
so then we're going to come
collaborating.
back
You see
to
this?
it
You see
on
this?
Creative Corner AUC on Instagram and our other platforms. So make sure that you tune into everything that we got. We coming out
Don't
with the
lose
sauce.
out on all these collaborations. So please hit us up. Thank you so much. I am your host, Chris,
I am your host, Wolf.
and this is the Creative Corner podcast. Peace.
Out.